Mondays after a holiday period are always new and exciting, but it seems like the threats don't take a break during the holidays, and that's again what we've seen this season, that the people behind them don't necessarily take a break. Now, as threats and the threat detection cat and mouse game continues, we're more commonly now seeing threat detection evasion techniques being used. And that includes ways to bypass security gateways, firewalls, routers. So we've always been strong proponents of data sovereignty when it comes to gateway security. And this week we have a perfect example of how services from Cloudflare are being used to bypass on-premise or on-site protection. So there's some malicious PyPI packages that actually create tunnels that effectively hide in plain sight by just running over a Cloudflare tunnel. And this is just a perfect example of why self-custody in terms of protection is so critically important, because that is how, in the only way, we can get sovereignty for data sovereignty for a business owner. In our second story, we have Rackspace being in a very tough business spot because they did not apply the patches that were originally released by Microsoft when the Exchange proxy shell became known, but instead applied mitigations because applying the patch broke Outlook Web Access. So they were in a tough business spot. If they apply a patch to be secure, they break customer access. So they chose Microsoft's recommended path and instead left other vulnerabilities that apparently weren't clearly communicated. And so now Rackspace is out of the hosted Exchange business completely and recommending customers move to Office or Microsoft 365. And we've had so many hacks this past year, but those hacks are continuing to go on. And so what this story shows us now about Slack and Circle CI is that continuous auditing of the supply chain will only become increasingly essential for businesses everywhere. And when I was looking at all of the cars that now have critical vulnerabilities in them, I'm wondering, is there any vehicle today that is not vulnerable? Wow. All we can do is smile and try to be as proactive as we can with our vehicles. And what is old is new again. Old malware infrastructure is being redeployed to create new backdoors. And in fact, it's being used to spread via USB because that turns out to still be extremely effective. And did you know, at the annual Consumer Electronics Show this year, the trend is all battery power everywhere all the time. The future really does look amazing for us and our kids. Thanks for watching. See you again next week. Bye for now.